guys, how is it going? So I apologise because I was not here last week. It was Black Friday, well it wasn't, but I was doing orders from Black Friday and it was just manic, and I thought, do you know what, I do not have the capacity to do a video this week, so I didn't. However, I am just about up to date on Black Friday now and I am back. So I am going to jump straight in this week with something that I have been asked is, how do you deal with the pressure of keeping up to a bullet journal? It's something that a lot of people struggle with, like the constant, it has to be done. And for me, I don't. And I say this all the time, don't I? Your bullet journal is for you. So if I don't do it one week, do you know what happens? Nothing. Literally. It's okay, it's okay. And I'm gonna show you some examples of this year's bullet journal, just to kind of help. I'm still, should I do it face down? Should I hold it up? I don't know. Please excuse, I've used pictures as well, just from around the house, because I couldn't find any bookmarks. I could have used paper, but these were to hand. So for instance, this is a beautiful bullet journal spread, even if I do say so myself. This was completely memory planned. So we were in Canada this week. I did not take my planner to Canada, and I did it when I came back because I was like, I don't want an empty spread. I looked through my pictures and I just wrote down the stuff that sprang to mind as I was doing it. Let me actually try and work out what picture I'm looking for next. This one. This one looks unfinished. However, I planned that week. I planned everything in this week. I've got my to-do list, what my kids are doing. That is a complete week. And it doesn't matter that there's white spaces and there's big gaps. If it bothers you though, you can go back, write your favourite quotes. Again, have a look through your pictures, write down some stuff you did. Like if you want to put stickers in there, do you know what I mean? You can fill in the gaps with other stuff that isn't necessarily the stuff that happened in the week, or you can just leave the space because space is fine. Are you ready for this one? Oh, no one is because I can't pick it up. Do you see this? I just couldn't be asked that week. I'm not even gonna lie. I started with a to-do list. I started quite strong and then just lost my way. So occasionally what I do is I will write a to-do list and I will have it on the desk next to me at work, and I will add and I will cross, and sometimes that is how I need to plan. Normally those are the weeks when my mental health's a little bit or the weeks that I am just insanely busy with stuff to do, but there's not a lot of appointments. Do you know what I mean by appointments? Like there's not anything random I need to remember on days. It's just a get through the to-do list. Will I go back and fill it in? Maybe. I probably won't, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't matter. And do you know why it doesn't matter? Because the week after, I just picked it straight back up and carried on. And that is what you have to remember, is that if one week you don't feel like doing a spread, don't do it. Your bullet journal is never ever here to make you feel bad. And I say this all the time, but this is one thing that people have been messaging me about, is like, what happens when you don't do a week? Nothing. Literally nothing happens when you don't do a week. You just move on. But, and there is a but, I know when I plan my weeks are better, which is weird, isn't it? Because the weeks I don't plan are the weeks that I'm not feeling great. And so I make myself not feel better by not doing the thing that helps, which I think self-sabotage is a whole thing, isn't it? But that's another YouTube video, is self-sabotage. And actually maybe that's a really important video to do because I suffer a lot with that. But this week is just, there is no pressure on your journal whatsoever. Journaling should be a creative outlet, and if you don't do it one week, it honestly doesn't matter. What matters is that you get back to it and you don't let that one week ruin the rest of your journal, because you can fill it with whatever you want, or you can leave it blank, or you can lay down spreads and then think, I'm not doing it this week, I'll just pick up this next week. It's your bullet journal and you can do it however you want to do it. I'm also just going to quickly show you another spread. So this is one here. I keep on having to peep around and be like, is that in focus? So this one is actually very finished. However, it doesn't look finished. Like, I don't like the way this one looks. So what I'm going to do is, before I'm like, oh, I'll put a picture of this on Instagram, I'm going to go over some bits of highlighters and just tie in some colours because I don't like this one. And I think it's just because it's very writing heavy, but you can come back to it and you can add stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's your planner, and I like the wrapping up of a week. I don't always do it in the week. I normally wrap a planner spread up when I'm going to post it on Instagram. And I find that bit quite fun because I will be reading back and be like, oh, do you remember when we did this? Do you remember when we did that? This happened. And I find that really, really nice. But you don't have to do that. The planner is not for anyone but you. You don't have to post it on Instagram. People don't have to see it. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. And it always makes me think, oh, I don't want people to feel like they have to, there's some kind of bar you have to be hitting to do a successful bullet journal, because you don't. It just has to make your day-to-day life that little bit better. So now I think I've said the same thing over and over in like 6 different ways. Let's go on to where I am with my bullet journal. So I've not done a lot because it's Black Friday. And again, it's why I set it up so early, because there's not always time. But I am getting a little bit closer. I feel like I need to be like, what has come out in the advent calendar? So I've started, did I show you this last week? 2 weeks ago? I'll show you it quickly just in case I did. Oh, nearly show you the advent stuff then that's in the back of my planner. So this is my Bethany Year page, which I am definitely going to fill out this weekend because I need to start planning next year. I've not done anything on my year at a glance, which I need to do because we've actually booked stuff in now. I have got a little bit of the January spread stuck down. I do need to put in the dates again. So this is what I was not very good at last year, was actually keeping up to date with my year at a glance and the monthly ones. So I do want to make a really conscious effort to sort that out. I've shown you that. I know I've shown you that already. I remember that. I have 2 weeks stuck in, which looks so bare, but oh, can I open it like this? No, probably not. I don't know why I'm looking in the camera because everything just sings backwards. So I love this one. This kit is not my normal colours, but I am loving it. So I am 2 weeks into January with my stickers now, which feels lovely. And then I've started on my back pages ever so slightly. I've stuck in my 100 Days of Happiness sticker, and I've started my weight tracker because I need to be healthier next year, 100%. So that's in there, but I've not done much. It is on my list to up my game a little bit this week. And now that things have settled down with work a bit, I'm definitely gonna do that. And I can start sticking in all the advent stickers, which I am crazy excited about because I've been holding off doing them for so long in case I was like, oh, look at this, look at this. And then I ruined advent calendars for everyone. But I can do it now, and then I can show you. There is going to be some advent overstock listed on the website, so if you are not signed up to our newsletter, you should do that so that you can grab some of the stuff that I'm putting in my planner. Oh, sorry. I was just looking at my hair. I'm going to get my hair cut today, and I'm very, very excited about that because my ends are terrible. I am so easily distracted. So back to one of the things I am going to release from the advent calendar, because I've had a load of messages about them, and I thought, oh, okay, really glad I put them in the advent calendar because people seem to like them. But I am going to release them in the shop, and that is these. Can I get them in focus? Although this one's in focus, it's got to be here and here. So these are headers that I'm going to use for the back pages because I think a list is so good. And it's like place I want to stay, financial goals, recipes to cook, but this is how I'm padding out the back of my bullet journal, is with lists of stuff I want to do, I want to accomplish. Just because I always think when you are setting intentions, it's so much better if you actually write them down, and it kind of, it makes them seem more real, where you're like, oh, you know, I want to do this, wish-washy. Write it down and be like, no, I am doing this. So that is my next step in my bullet journal. And then I am going to be back next week. I'm setting the intention, but I'm only saying it. Maybe I need to write it down. I am going to be ready for the year next year. I hopefully am going to be ready for the ready for the year next year, but I am going to be ready for the year next week. So my back pages are going to be prepped. My front pages are going to be prepped. I'm going to have caught up today on my year at a glance. Everything's going to be in my monthly ones, and that is how I'm going to spend my Sunday afternoon. And I will time lapse it because that seems like a good idea. So again, if there's anything you're worried about with a bullet journal, let me know and I will tell you how I deal with it. I'm also going to do a flip through of my this year bullet journal, potentially soon, because I don't plan over Christmas because there's nothing to plan, is there? I'm going to eat and watch Christmas films. Maybe that's what I just need to do, a massive sticker and stick it over and be like, that's it. That's what I'm doing this week. So thank you so much for watching this super quick video. I am sorry I keep on getting distracted by my hair, and I will see you next week.